Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Gyrojet Rocket Pistol mod, which is being released by user Pigness. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is the real-world 60s Gyrojet Rocket Pistol. And I love this thing, as it's one of those real-world, weird, wacky weapon designs that I'm always amazed was actually something that was produced and used and just fits in so wonderfully into the Fallout world. It's just magnificent. Plus, ever since I found out that the Gyrojet weapon was a real thing long ago, I've had a strange fascination with them. So here we are. So let's jump on over here and have a look at what exactly we do get with the Rocket Pistol, which in its most basic and standard form will do 32 damage with a new custom rocket round with a firing rate of 28, range of 11, accuracy of 62 for a weight of 4.2. Not too bad there, and as you can see, this thing is magnificent. It certainly does look the part for the real-world rocket pistol, and it's a Mark I version as well. There was a Mark II that had a smaller round, but this is the larger round variant, which is pretty neat, and yeah, it certainly does look like the gun, and I love it. It's a very simplistic weapon, but a cool one, and again, one that I think really fits into the Fallout universe. I mean, why not? It's a gun that instead of shooting bullets, fires teeny little rockets, and that's just entertaining. Now, the downsides for this mod, there's really two that I have, but overall I still love this weapon. The first downside, which you can see down here, not a whole lot of modification categories that we have, and in fact, there's not a whole lot of modifications within them. There are 4 parts in total for this gun, so really there's only 2 upgrades to the base weapon, so not a lot you can do with it, and so because of that, it's never really going to be the most useful guns into the later game, but it's one of those weapons that's just fun to play around with, and fun to mess with a weird, wacky, historical Cold War gun, which I very much do enjoy. Now, as for how you do get your hands on one of these things, well, first and foremost, you are gonna need a mod requirement for the teeny tiny little rocket ammo that we got for it. It needs the munitions mod to function, and once you've got that in hand, you need to head out into the world to find the one and only version of this gun, and you'll find it down in Jamaica Plains, specifically down in the treasure room, just sitting on a table back there, where you've not only got the gun itself, but also a small selection of ammunition for it. So yes, there is only one, which means if you want more of them like I've got, you're gonna have to cheat them in with console commands, but alright. Now, as for the modifications we do get, like I said, it is very limited. We've just got the 2 categories, each category having 2 items. And in the receiver category, we have either the standard or an automatic receiver, which is a very Fallout thing, I'd say. I don't think in the real world there was never a one like this. There was a proposed LMG for using Gyrojet rounds, but I don't think it was ever made. So an automatic receiver is kind of weird, but Fallout-esque. And then in the rocket category we have the standard, which again is how the gun was. Rather than explosive rockets, they were bullet rockets. But if you want to be Fallout, you can make them explosive, and it'll add quite a bit of damage. Not, again, a whole lot, but, you know, enough to make the gun a bit more useful, which is always cool. And plus, I mean, come on, tiny little rockets shot from a pistol, have fun exploding them. That's just a good time. And yeah, that's it for the modifications. Not a whole lot here. I wish the mod maker would have added in, like, at least some sights to add to the thing, or something along those lines, but there were no additions made in the slightest. So, as for that, I guess just go and grab the one and only modified version I did create, and then we'll take some shots with this thing to show off what sort of damage they do. And of course, the mechanism for firing, because it's tiny little rockets. Love it. Just the idea of a tiny little rocket launcher that's bullets rather than explosives is kind of cool. I do very much enjoy it. It's just such a weird idea, and it amazes me that it was one that was actually pursued in the real world. It's just just weird. And in fact, the Gyrojet actually saw some limited combat use in Vietnam, which is just wacky. Now, as for the modified version that I did put together, which is explosive and fully automatic, so we've got 42 damage, and we'll fire all 8 of the rounds out of the magazine of this thing super quick. But, yeah, good times. You just have a actual little rocket launcher handgun now, without the bullets, just the explosives. It's pretty entertaining, and can actually cause quite a bit of damage, considering we are firing 8 tiny little rockets out of this thing at pretty rapid speed, and considering that the that modification does up the damage to 42 here, you know, 42 times 8 rounds released very quick. That's gonna really put a dent into any enemies you do fight, which is always wonderful. So let's try it out with a Death Claw. We'll just use the explosive one with a Death Claw because Lord knows the bullet one probably isn't gonna do a lot of damage, but maybe we'll still shoot him with one. But die, Death Claw! Ooh, it would help if I hit him directly with those shots. Ooh, boy, those VAT shots are gonna be awful. But hey, they're explosive, so we at least got the splash damage. Oh yeah, that's not doing a lot of damage to him, but it will eventually get him after firing all the rockets in the world. My god, I've actually already gone through a lot of these rockets already. I've spawned in about 1,000 of them, and we're already at 960. Oh boy, yeah, this is still going to take a lot. You can see that it does have a lot of recoil on this thing, which is realistically one of the oddities with this mod compared to the real world Gyrojets, because those had, like, basically no recoil to them. Because, you know, firing tiny little rockets, not really a whole lot of recoil to be had there. But, of course, Fallout being Fallout, where even laser guns do have recoil, what are you gonna do? You just gotta deal with it in this game. There we go. The Deathclaw is almost dead. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna shoot at him with the normal ones, because that's not gonna do a lot. Oh, God, back upstairs, back upstairs. There we go. And... whoop. Please get off of my stage. I don't appreciate that, Deathclaw, sir. And... there we go. We finally murderized him after going through quite a lot of rounds. So like I said before, not exactly the most useful gun ever from a practical standpoint, but to play around with a bit of, you know, real-world weapon history at the time, mankind decided, what if we could make tiny rockets instead of bullets? Then yeah, this is a great mod to play around with because it's just such a weird and wonderful gun that I very much do enjoy. And if you'd like to check it out for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you've enjoyed and you come back for the next mod we look at. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, we'll have a good one.